today is how can we help plants to grow? After all, plants are living things and they need to stay healthy in order to survive. Take a look at these plants. These are all plants that you might see while you're out in the car looking out of the window or walking along in the countryside. Have you seen any of these plants today or in the last few days? Did the plants you see look healthy or unhealthy? What can you do to help plants grow well? I have a really funny picture to show you. Are you ready? Here it is. Would you ever see that happening? Of course not. Plants can't walk. Now, plants have the same life processes as animals do, but there are differences. So, how are plants similar to animals and how are they different? Let's give that a think. Did you give it a good think? I bet you did. Let's start by taking a look at how plants are similar to animals. Well, both animals and plants need food and water. Both animals and plants grow and reproduce. Animals reproduce through eggs or growing babies in mummy's tummy. Plants reproduce through seeds, but they both reproduce. So, how are plants different to animals? That's right. Animals move from place to place to find food and water. Plants stay in the same place. They only move their leaves. Animals have to find food and water. Plants make their own food using water, air, and sunlight. How great is that? Now let's talk very quickly about the parts of a plant. A plant has 4 parts. Do you know what they are? Roots, stem, leaves, flowers. Very good. Now we're going to talk more about these 4 parts of a plant when we have our module, Helping Plants to Grow. But we're very quickly, right now, going to just talk about what each part does. Starting with the roots. Roots anchor the plant in the soil and bring up water and minerals from the ground. The stem of a plant holds the plant up and delivers water to the leaves and the flowers. The leaves of a plant is where the plant makes its food using water, air, and sunlight. And the flower. Flower of a plant attracts insects to the plant, which helps it produce seeds so that the plant can reproduce. There we go. Remember, we're going to be talking more about all of this later on in another module. You're doing great. So, we've talked about the life processes as applies to plants. So, how can we use what we know about those life processes to help us make sure that the plant stays healthy. We know that plants don't breathe the same way that we do, but we do know that the plant needs air in order to make food. So, we need to make sure that the plant has enough air. What else does a plant need? Very good. A plant needs sunlight to stay healthy. Some plants only need a bit of sunlight. Some plants need a lot of sunlight. You have to make sure that your plant is getting the right amount of light. What else does a plant need to stay healthy? Very good. Water. You need to make sure that you give your plant enough water. But, like sunlight, some plants only need a little bit of water and some plants need a lot of water. So make sure you're giving your plant the right amount to stay healthy. Fantastic! My plant is really nice and healthy because I really thought about our science question. How can we help plants to stay healthy? I started looking after my plant. I make sure that my plant gets the right amount of sunlight, air, and water. How about you? Are you looking after your plants really well? Fantastic! Now, I have some sad news for you. This is our last lesson in the module of life processes. So I'm not going to see you anymore. But don't you worry, I'm still going to have lots of fun in the jungle with all of my fabulous plants and friends. You are going to meet somebody new for the next module. Isn't that exciting? Take